Hi, my name is Jason Huth, and I'm a new teacher here at YGQ Schools. And I'd just like to sort of talk about some maybe common questions or concerns for teachers thinking about joining our community here. A little bit about me. I've been teaching internationally since 2005. I've taught both as an ESL instructor and as a certified teacher in a variety of curriculums in countries from South Korea to Saudi Arabia to China. And yeah, I'm just here in my casual Friday dress and want to talk about a few different areas of our school and what life is like in Beijing in general. Okay, so first, the initial process of from kind of accepting my contract to then figuring out all the documents was assisted wonderfully by the school along the way in terms of figuring out what documents I needed, where to go about kind of getting things authenticated, both from the school and from the recruiter as well that I went through. So that is something that you are definitely supported with along the way, and don't hesitate to ask questions and contact and double check that you have everything you need to complete this process. There's always people willing to help and answer questions and pass on their experience. As for the classroom and the school, the resources that we have here, the school itself was just recently renovated this summer, so it looks really nice. Everything has a kind of a new, clean feel to it. The classrooms are large, much larger than I've experienced in other places, so that my class of 22 students fits very comfortably. I can move the desks around to have them sit in groups, sit in single rows. There's really a lot of space around the classrooms. As well, the classroom computers just have brand new kind of large TVs. They're touch screens, so very kind of interactive in that regards. Up to the teachers to kind of utilize them however they would like. And as well, just the overall kind of feel of the school is that it's big. There's lots of space. It definitely doesn't feel at all like you're kind of in this smaller, crowded place. Right? There's a large campus and lots of other students from the bigger school around. So it has a very kind of like almost like a small college-like sort of campus atmosphere to it, with students walking around, enjoying their time off at lunch, with lots of sports fields and other things to kind of be doing after school as well. The community itself, we're in kind of a suburb outside of Beijing, which is nice. I find it's a new neighborhood. It is not at all like the crowded, congested, kind of busy, loud, polluted downtown part of Beijing. So you actually have lots of greenery around you. You have lots of space. You can walk across the road in the morning to walk to school, and there's hardly any cars on it. And so it's, in that regard, I find it very nice because it is kind of a quieter, calmer experience, and it's much more new and modern. So it's kind of similar to any other kind of new, large apartment development in any city around the world. It's definitely in the higher end of people that are living around here, the apartment complexes and the shops. But the prices aren't that higher end, so it's kind of a nice combination that way. As well, it's nice. We are right along the subway line, so on the weekends when I want to go into Beijing, I'm literally across the street from the subway stop. And so it takes me about 45 minutes to an hour to get to the main sort of downtown part of Beijing. So we're far enough out that we don't deal with a lot of the negatives, but it's nice that we're close enough that you can get into the city for the weekend, you can go for the day, you can even go after school for a couple hours if that's what you want to do. So it's a good mesh of those two. As for the students at our school, I find our students are very polite, very well behaved. the largest classroom management issue might be with some kids maybe forgetting to do their homework or occasionally falling asleep because they're at school for so long. But it's really, compared with other places I've worked, it is like the lowest worry that I have is about classroom management. A lot of them are very, very focused on their academics. They want to succeed. They want their teachers to help them to succeed and tell them what they need to do. So that's very rewarding from a teaching standpoint, is to have students who want to know, who care and are passionate about their own learning and have their own goals that they're striding towards. As for the colleagues, I find everybody here is very friendly, very supportive of each other. And anytime I've had any questions or just even asked for some resource help from others, everyone's very happy to help each other and collaborate in that regard. As well as the cooperation between the Chinese homeroom staff and the foreign staff is great. Again, everyone sort of is here to help each other out as well as they can. And all you have to do is kind of ask, and somebody will point you in the right direction if they can't help you directly. So it's a very positive environment that way. Challenges. So I think probably upon first arrival, there are obviously a lot of challenges, a lot of things to get used to in terms of just getting your life in order. So things from like registering at the local police station to getting a bank account set up, getting a SIM card set up. All these things you are supported in by various members of the staff here. So if there was some returning teachers who knew what to do, they would spend their time out of their personal life to kind of help you through it, as well as a few of our Chinese speaking staff members. They were happy to kind of help you through the process. So from all aspects of it, you never got the feeling like you were left to figure it out on your own. And if anything, it was the opposite, where people kind of went out of their way to make sure that you felt comfortable and that you were kind of getting things set up outside in your personal life so that you could do the best that you could in your professional life. And so that's very nice. It's, there's a real sense of community and kind of caring, where everybody, does whatever they can to help each other because we all want to succeed. And that's definitely the impression that you get when you first start here, is that everyone is in this same kind of boat together, and everyone's paddling the same way. And so it's just, again, with any regards, professional life or personal life, there's lots of resources to talk to, and to just kind of spring a question out and somebody will answer it, or somebody will direct you to the person who knows the answer to that, if they don't know themselves. So just to kind of wrap up, I've had a very, very positive first 4 months now at YGQ, and I would highly recommend it to either people that are approaching their first experience living abroad, or for people who have done it in a few different places. I find Beijing, really maybe a lot of the negative stereotypes are not nearly what you think they're going to be, and there's a lot more positives, in particular with this school and where we are in Beijing. So hopefully I get to be your coworker and see you in the near future.